Hello everyone, welcome to iExamB. And I have with me Miss Vidhi Chaudhary today. She has cleared the IBPS SO 2025 exam as a law officer and is now placed as a law officer in Uco Bank. So many congratulations, Vidhi.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Vidhi, for taking out time to talk to us. I'm sure your journey will motivate many more aspirants who are looking to make a career in the banking space from the legal stream. So, Vidhi started her journey for preparation for law officers somewhere last year around October, November. And this is her first exam that she gave, first attempt, and she has cleared it. She's also aspiring for various other legal opportunities like for SEBI, and we'll hear it from Vidhi herself. So, Vidhi, if you can tell a little about your background in terms of your education.
So, yes, ma'am. Hello, everyone. My name is Vidhi Chaudhary. I have completed my graduation from School of Law, Devi India Vishwavidyalaya. Thereafter, I've been preparing for the government law officer exam, and recently I've cleared the IBPS SO Law officer.
So, thanks, Vidhi. That's great. So, Vidhi, first question, what motivated you to prepare for IBPS?
Ma'am, actually, pretty honestly, this year the 3-year rule had came regarding judiciary, so I couldn't give that exam. So I thought that law officer is a good opportunity for me to enter into a banking space
Mhm.
because I had background here. So that's why I took that. This is a good opportunity, and also I want to be a financially independent. This was my first job, and I was looking for it. So this was the basic motivation.
Great. And I think very honest, very straightforward. That is the motivation for so many people, and it should be. Being financially independent should be one of the greatest reasons. And you worked hard to clear it in the first attempt. So, how did you make it possible? How did you approach the exam for IBPS?
Ma'am, so for prelims, my banking awareness and my reasoning was a little weak. So I focused on that. I practiced a lot of mock tests to
Mhm.
improve on that. And ma'am, as for mains, I had divided the subject: criminal law, civil laws, banking law, and the miscellaneous laws. So I had completed first of all of them line by line. Thereafter, ma'am, I had made an index because
Mhm.
if we look at the PYQ, there are certain areas from where the questions are repeatedly asked.
Yes.
So, for the purpose of revision, I had made the indexing. What are the
Mhm.
important provision? What I have to revise again and again? So that is what worked for me in the means.
Okay. So crisp and short, Vidhi. So I'll take a little more time from you in that manner.
Yes.
So, prelims, if we talk about, they discuss English, they discuss reasoning, they ask questions basically from reasoning, English, and general awareness, as you said, with focus on banking. There is no quant, so that's good for a lot of legal students who do not want to or are not confident about quant subject. So in this, like you said, reasoning and general awareness with the focus on banking was not your strength areas. So how much time were you spending on practicing these, and how regularly were you practicing?
Ma'am, so after the notification came for I regularly, I think for every day I would practice one or two mock, and I would specifically focus on my GK
Mhm.
because that needs revision a lot because the GK is quite factual. It's not analytical. They would ask one word. So, and for reasoning, again, practice, practice, practice. That's what worked. English was decent, so there I didn't have to push that much amount of work.
Okay, and GK, what were your sources like, and how? Because GK can be very wide. So, were you reading everything, or did you have any focused areas on which you were focusing?
So, ma'am, I was not reading everything, but there were certain website from where I would regularly mark that what are the important areas, maybe current affairs, national news, and banking awareness. These are the three areas where I would focus more.
Okay. Okay. That's great. And if we move to mains, right? So mains, as you said, yes, they don't give a defined syllabus per se, but if you look at the past trend, you do recognize the type of laws that they will be asking, and almost 50% of the laws are the laws, common laws that you will study anywhere. Their constitution is there, contract act is there, Your corporate laws are there, including your companies, LLP, IBC, which has in fact picked up weightage over the last 2 years. And we have the criminal laws, the civil laws. So they form the bulk anyways. And then we can have banking laws, of course, given it's a banking exam. We could have other regulatory body, regulators, certain acts and all. And then there are so many different acts combinations, which sometimes come in 1 year, they don't come in the next year, right? So when you divided this, how much time were you spending maybe on the common laws and then on the banking laws?
So, ma'am, my common laws were decent because those were the subject that we have studied in our college. But banking laws needs from the start,
Right.
starting from the scratch. So I would study all the, I think there were 10, 20 banking laws
Mhm.
along with securities and insurance laws.
Right.
So I would study, make a rough notes on them. Thereafter, I've completed the whole reading of the topic. I'll make small notes on
Mhm.
what are the important provision, what are the PYQs that are being asked from this, and where have to focus. For
Right.
example, appellate period or
Mhm.
maybe penalty. Those are the questions that they would ask more. So those were the areas I revised more again and again.
Okay. And when did you start your dedicated preparation, if you will say? How many months
Ma'am,
before?
I think this year around April, after April, I had started the dedicated preparation once I knew that now judiciary is not the field where I can go, so I should dedicate my full preparation and full attention here.
Okay. And any other exam you had simultaneously targeted?
Ma'am, so along with this, I had also given NISCL but couldn't clear the prelims. So that was a good practice because reasoning and English was one of the subjects that were continuously being asked. So that
Yes.
helped me improve.
Mhm.
The syllabus was common.
Yeah, actually, that's a very common point, a very good point that you are stating, Vidhi, because a lot of these exams have the overlapping exam pattern. There may be a little nuances here and there, like some may have quant, some may not have quant, uh, and the overall weightage of subjects in the prelims may vary, but more or less they will revolve around quant, reasoning, English, general awareness, and a combination of these different. And in again in your legal, there are few exams like SEBI, RBI, which may give a detailed syllabus. But there are a lot of exams that do not give a detailed syllabus, and the past year paper analysis will be there. Irrespective of that, you know that the common laws will form a substantial part of it. So yes, a lot of overlap preparation can also take place. So Vidhi, you have been associated with iExamP also. So how was that helpful in your preparation?
So, ma'am, actually, when I started my IBPS preparation, I first started with the PYQ. And the
Mhm.
first source and the first website that I checked was only Exam. So I'd given around 3, 4 PYQs. There were, I think, 3, 4 years PYQ were there. So that helped me form a backbone as to what kind of questions are asked, what is my strength, what is my weakness, where I do need to work on. And ma'am, as well as for interview, I think the interview guidance were also very helpful.
Thank you. And coming to that interview, so that's the last stage that we wanted to talk. Interview also has a 20% weightage, and if we look at the cutoffs that have gone for 2025, now the marks are out and the cutoffs are out. We see there's a substantial difference between the mains cutoff and the written phase mains exam cutoff. And actually, if you were on the mains cutoff, just on the mains cutoff, you couldn't have cleared the final cutoff in any combination possible.
Mhm.
So just having that cutoff is cannot be the right guiding factor if you want to get through the final
Yes.
list. So interview definitely plays an important role, if I'll say in that manner. So how was your interview, actual interview, and how did the mock interview help you for the actual interview?
So, ma'am, in my actual interview, I think, ma'am, my actual interview revolved more around the banking laws
Okay.
and the banking terms.
Mhm.
Also, the current affairs, maybe example like SIR, those were the topic that they asked me. The personal qualifications, but largely it revolved around banking laws and banking terms.
Okay.
And ma'am, as for mock interviews, I think I would try to give every answer.
Mhm.
So I was told that first we try to be concise. And
Mhm.
once if you don't know, don't try to think too much. Just simply say sorry that you are not aware of this. Otherwise, it might irritate the interviewer panel. So that were two things that I try to focus. And ma'am, secondly, I think notice that in interview, more than knowledge, I think attitude matters. How you talk than what you know. That is what I think they mainly check.
Yes, that's absolutely true, Vidhi, right? It's not an MCQ. Interview is not
Yes,
an MCQ that you are right or you are wrong. No. So
yes.
it is more about how you answer, your personality, and your understanding of the technical questions that are being asked. So a mug up of technical knowledge is not what is being tested, that they've already tested in the mains exam. They very
Yes.
well know that you know the technicals, that way you have reached this stage. So it's more about the understanding and how your thought process works and how your personality is, if it suits and it fits into the organization that is recruiting. So that's also very, very important. And I can totally see that you are slowly and steadily mastering the art of talking to the point, which is visible in this interview also. And I think it's a great thing to be able to talk to the point and as much as necessary. Uh, so it's wonderful to get to know you, Vidhi, and to get the insights. I hope this will help students to plan, strategize, and then execute because for strategy, the strategy is a waste if you don't execute it. And IBPS calendar for 2026-27 is already out. A lot of students are looking to prepare for this year. And I hope this helps you to give insights into how you can start your journey. Focus on prelims. That's the first step. You have to cross it. Then on the mains, in a step-by-step process, you have 6 months approximately. You can divide, look at the PYPs. That's a great starting point to get all the information from where you can focus your energies on. And yes, iExamB does provide we provide PYPs since 2020. They are easily available on our website. You can access, practice, and make your strategy and go ahead. Thank you so much, Vidhi, for all your inputs and for taking out time to talk to us today. Wishing you all the best for a great and
Thank you.
successful career with Uco Bank.
Thank you, ma'am.